Alright, what's up guys? So today we're gonna make this video about giving, right? It's about to be holiday season. I mean, it is holiday season, and they say it's the time of giving. And I wanted to say that I feel like this season has been a really transformative period for me, because when I think of giving, it's easy to be giving many times, almost in a sacrificial way, self-sacrificing way. And that's something that I've struggled with and battled with, because sometimes it feels like, I'm giving up too much of myself, and I could do a lot for somebody, and I just feel like I never get that in return, and even if I did, it would feel uncomfortable. Please ignore that. But anyway, please ignore that. I feel like even if somebody were to give me that in return, that would be kind of uncomfortable to me. But I feel like I shouldn't be uncomfortable with myself and my full ability to give and to. Oh my God! You know what? Take me back. So where was I? Right? Giving. Right? So even if somebody were to give me and in return, in exchange, a lot of themselves, even being sacrificial, self-sacrificial in themselves, I would find that very uncomfortable, right? You treat somebody how you want to be treated. I don't like to be treated like I'm supposed to sacrifice. And in fact, I feel that there's a point in life where you're no longer required to sacrifice, because that's not for your highest purpose, right? That's not the highest vibrations that you could frequencies of energies that you can reside in or maintain, to be honest, and keep it frank. So like ocean. But what I'm trying to say is, when you're giving, right, it's I do feel like it has to come from your heart, right? So it has to be a piece of you. And when you're giving somebody, it's like not just to somebody, but maybe just giving, giving of yourself. It shouldn't be sacrificial in nature, right? When you take if you think about a tree, if you think about a plant, and the plant has the seeds, and the plant is creating these seeds, and is giving a piece of itself, right? These seeds are direct from the plant. It's giving a piece of itself. But those seeds obviously are going to grow into their own plant. It's going to grow, watered properly, cultivated properly, in the proper environment. It's going to grow into its own plant. So maybe it's about perspective, right? It's not really sacrificial in nature, because it's not that plant could have kept that energy to itself. It needs to propagate, and it needs to regenerate its own species and its own genetics, let's say. So when you think about giving, when you're giving, you shouldn't expect anything in return, right? You shouldn't expect anything in return, but it's still giving to yourself. So when you're giving, you're also receiving, right? When you're giving, you're also it's like a mutual exchange. So when I'm trying to say maybe about self-sacrifice or self-sacrificial problems and giving, is maybe it's a problem in perspective, because you gotta understand what you're getting in return when you're doing something. I remember, this is anecdotal, so now this is very personal, but we're just gonna get into it for today, because that's what I feel like I need to do. I remember I had arguments with this young lady. I mean, we have a lot of disagreements. I wouldn't really say arguments. Arguments to me is like, raising your voice, kind of screaming at somebody, being loud, kind of like not rebutting whatever they're saying, kind of just going. So one person speaks, the next person speaks. Not really any communication. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I have these disagreements with this young lady, and she always say that that when you give love, that it's not doing anything for you, right? So in this scenario, in this situation, let's say hypothetically, I'm giving somebody love. That's not giving me anything in return. You're giving somebody love. And I would disagree with that. I would say that when you're doing something for somebody, or you're giving somebody love, or when you care about somebody and you give to them, right? That's also for you, because that's giving you good feeling, right? That's you. That's like tending to something you care about. So the same way that the plant give the seeds for its own propagation, it's giving life to other plants, but it's also taking care of itself by propagating a species. The same way a father and a mother take care of their child because they love their child and they're giving to their child. That's giving them because they're propagating their species. They're propagating their DNA. They're giving a piece of themselves to the child. In exchange, that child is going to grow up and be able to be successful and have a happy life, hypothetically. And that's going to give the parents a good feeling because they're taking care of, something that they created. That's giving them that love in return, that they feel responsible, comfortable, and accountable that they're doing something for somebody else, or for something they really care about, love, and is dear to them, right? So, giving, right? Time of giving. I think you should never feel bad about giving. And I feel like if you do feel bad about giving, I think that's an issue, I think that's something that needs to be worked through. I think that's something that I've encountered, and there's something that I acknowledge, that I'm aware of, and I'm making these videos for other people that might have experienced these things, because I think it says something about yourself, and I think it says something about me. So I'm not speaking in a place of like an isolated incident, or like a place of externalization, or basically I'm trying to say I'm going through it too, right? I can say a lot of things and communicate in a lot of different ways, to be honest. But I'm just trying to keep it straightforward, and I ain't even trying to make this video too long. I'm trying to say that maybe we need to rethink about these things, you know what I'm saying? And in this time of giving, you shouldn't be afraid to give, you know what I'm saying? Let that fear go. Don't be afraid to give. Especially to those that are in need, That's not something I brought up yet. A lot of people are in need, right? Now this is another story, right? This is a recent story. This happened the other day. So I've been seeing this homeless man outside my crib for a minute now. And I've been seeing him out there, right? I've seen a lot of shit. It's another homeless man. To be honest. And he's been out there for a long time, and I seen him with his bags. And the other night it was really cold, so I was freezing, right? I hate the cold. That's probably like the only thing that I hate, to be honest, to be cold. And it was really cold, and I seen him in the bathroom porta john, the little porta john, and I walked up to it and I asked him if he needed anything, if I should bring him anything. And his initial response to being anger, right? And I sympathize with him because he probably going through a lot of shit and he tired of people. And he said, "Get out of here, damn boy, get out of here, you damn boy." And he was really mad, angry, right? And I was like, wow, if I could have did anything for this man, I would have did it at that moment in time. I would have got him a blanket if he asked for it. I would have bought him some hand warmers. I would have got him some food. I would have did whatever, right? Anything that was in my power, I would have did it. And I really thought about that, and I was like, that kind of gave me something, right? Because I wanted to give it to the man. The man, he might have needed something, And I did it from a good place. I didn't feel, I felt bad, but I didn't necessarily feel bad for him. But I felt bad because I was like, wow, if that was me, If that was me, I would want somebody to do something for me. And that's why I would treat him the way I would want to be treated, right? But his initial reaction was to block that, right? And that comes down to the blessings, right? And the miracles. I wanted to give him that miracle, and he blocked it. And I feel like he was giving me something in return, right? And I don't know, I'm just thinking about that at this moment, you know? I'm just really thinking about what that means to me, what that means for him, what that means for this humanity and the times we live in, and the way that we're all shut out from each other and closed off, and basically relationships are nowhere near as intimate as they used to be. Everything is online. Everybody has a lot of miscommunication and a lot of different blockages and with each other, you know? So something to think about today, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to me if you really wanted to get into this topic. I really hope the best for everybody that comes across these messages, and if you need them and they resonate with you, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll continue making these videos, and I hope they really mean a lot to you.